So first, let me tell you about who we are. We're ADP. ADP is a comprehensive global provider of cloud-based human capital management solutions that includes HR, payroll, benefits, and a lot more. We serve over 700,000 customers in 112 countries, and it's highly likely that ADP is the payroll solutions provider for many of you in the audience out there today. So why did we want to build a bot? Because we still find that in this day and age, it's difficult to get to your information when you want it, right? How do you know you want to get your pay information, you want to get your benefits information, and it's hard to find that. You have to go try to find an intranet, try to figure out where on the intranet the links are. Are you SSO'd into that portal? We hope so. If not, you have to remember your logins. So what we've done is we've taken this integration with Teams and we've built a bot that should give all this information to you where you guys are working. If you saw the Teams presentation yesterday, what's new with Teams, they're growing by leaps and bounds, the audience. So this will give all this access to you. We're going to start with your pay statements. If you get paid on a Thursday or Friday or whenever, we're going to proactively send you a notification when you get paid. We'll read our events from ADP, and we're going to reach out to you and tell you you've got paid. We're going to do it securely. We're not going to send any actual data in that notification because the notification is going to show up on your phone or on your desktop, and we don't want that to be broadcast, right? But once you act on that notification, part of what, we're going to do a technical conversation here, you're going to get these cards, and the one that you're seeing in front of you right here is an adaptive card, which is new for Teams this year, and we're going to start showing you all of their pay statement information in those cards, including deductions, and you can break down into taxes, what you're paying, what you're sending out and when. The next thing we're going to let you do is do your time off balances. That's easy to do. Okay, I want to know how much sick time do I have, how much vacation time do I have. We're also going to let you request time off, and this is part of the new adaptive card form information that we're using, which is really cool. Adaptive cards give us the ability to do drop-down lists, date fields with calendars, time fields. We've built this wizard into this card that you can walk through, select which bucket of time off you want to do, select how much time off you want to do. We know if you're hourly or if you're not hourly, so we can build this card around your interaction with your employer. Once you submit that time off request, it goes to ADP, and ADP will send a notification to your manager, however that is set up. Not as interactive, but still good. We're going to let you view your retirement information, your 401k. We feel that this is probably even harder to get to than your payroll from a general standpoint through your portals and your intranets. So if it's easier to access for you, then you're more engaged with your retirement and you can see your performance and what's going on and you're thinking more about it. We're going to let you search your employee directory. This is not the Azure Active Directory. This is the ADP corporate directory that we have. All the employees, all your information is being fed through ADP, and we can give that information to you through this search. Not only do we give you the user's pictures, their information, we can tell you who they report to, and you can walk up the chain. We are looking to integrate this with the Azure Active Directory in the future. We're working on some SCIM APIs to try to tie the two systems together. And the last big feature is company news. And I want to talk about this more from the standpoint of a technical perspective. ADP gives your company the ability to enter news in an HTML format in the back end, and the Teams cards give us the ability to just take that HTML directly from the back end and throw it in the cards interface without us having to manipulate it at all. This is a hero card that you're seeing in front of you, and you can inject HTML directly into it. So from a platform perspective, the integration is built on what we call the ADP Marketplace platform. This platform that we've built at ADP enables partners to build integrations with us using the ADP APIs to retrieve data and interact with ADP systems. What I built is the same thing that any partner of ours could build, and I encourage any of you guys to go to developers.adp.com and learn about how to access our APIs. The APIs expose hundreds of, we expose hundreds of APIs to access pay, benefits, and other HCM information. And the big red gateway you see in front of you, that protects it, authentication, authorization, permissions, tokenization, everything about this gateway is what protects our data. So since Teams is obviously outside the gateway, my bot is living outside the gateway as well and interacting with ADP the same way any of you guys could. the connector, the bot that I built, serving as a bridge, some of the challenges we hit across are what I want to talk about next. Authentication, external session management, and some data aggregation with API identification. And then the last thing I want to look at is the format of an adaptive card and some of the uses for it. So let's talk about authentication and account linking. Anyone building anyone building an interaction with Teams is probably going to have to deal with this, right? You have your own backend system with your own IDs, and Teams has its backend system. Teams gives us tenant IDs, which is analogous to a company ID. They give us the user ID, you're right, the user inside of it, and they give us the Azure Active Directory ID, which I thought I didn't need at first, but turns out I did, and I'll get to that in the next slide. At ADP, we have the organization ID, again, analogous to the company, and we have the associate ID, which is the user. So when you first come to Teams and you want to talk to us and you install the bot and you try to send a message to us, Teams sends my bot all this information about you, the three IDs, but I have no idea who you are, right? So ADP gives us an OAuth endpoint that I need to log you into. So if you're familiar with OAuth, OAuth gives you what's called a state variable that you can pass to the log endpoint because you lose control of the browser, you lose control of where you're logging in from in the client when you go through OAuth. So I'm taking the Microsoft IDs, putting them together into an object, encrypting them, stringifying it, otherwise stringifying and encrypting it, and then adding that into the state variable. And we'll show a real quick demo of that, or of how we get the session started. So here we are in the bot. I think that's showing. I've already logged out of the bot previously, and I'm going to say hi to the bot. And the bot's saying, great, I don't know who you are. Well, it knows my name because Microsoft gives us the good capabilities of, I get this message and I can at least go back to the conversation and ask Microsoft, what's the name of the person coming to talk to me? So this sign-in button is going to pop open a new window to ADP's OAuth endpoint. And like I said, I've put in the IDs, I've encrypted them. We're passing that to the ADP OAuth endpoint. Now, once I log in here, control is going to be sent back to my bot, and I'm going to be able to decrypt those IDs. I'm going to be able to take the ADP IDs and the Microsoft IDs, put them together, throw them into my Mongo database, and be like, great, I know who this is, and I can now send conversations and talk to this person. We're logging in. We have success, and you see the toast messages popping up. So the bot logged in, the bot got the information about the user and was able to start the conversation with them and tell them, hey, here's what's going on. Now, all the communication after that is, of course, secure because I now have a direct association. Every message that I get, I can type in and say, okay, great, well, not type. I can get the information and say, I now know who you are. And we'll be able to securely communicate with you until you type logout, which I don't want to do because I'm going to come back to this demo in just a second. So that's great for authenticating and securing all of the internal communication between the bot and the teams, right? But we needed to show some external communication when we built this bot as well. Not communication, external content. What we found was that people are happy seeing their pay summary inside the bot, but they still want to see their old-fashioned pay statements. They still want to see what you normally see on the back of a check, not on a check, but what you get in the mail. It's something that people are more comfortable with. We have that data, we have it in PDF format, but Teams doesn't support PDF format, so what do? We need to pop it out into a browser when the user requests it. But that leads to security issues because that browser is not authenticated with the same session that the user's in Teams. So the next step is, great, okay, we can tell the user to log in. No one wants to do that. If you pop open that browser and force the user to log in, they're just going to quit the browser and say, no, I've got better stuff to do. We went back to Microsoft with this problem and discussed it with them back and forth. And in front of you is a solution we came up with. So not only is my bot a bot part of the bot framework of Teams, but it's also a client of the Azure Active Directory OAuth endpoints. And this is where I needed that Azure ID from the last slide. When we decide to pop open this browser, it's going to come to my bot with the encrypted IDs. I'm going to redirect the browser over to the Azure OAuth endpoint, nothing to do with Teams, but I'm going to send it to the Azure OAuth endpoint, and I'm going to send it in silent mode. I'm going to tell the Azure endpoint, here is the ID that I want you to log in, and don't tell the user if there's anything wrong with that ID. Don't give the user a login prompt if there's something wrong with that ID, because I don't want the user to log in with anything else other than what I expect from Teams, right? I know my session with Teams is secure, and I have to figure out a way to guarantee that my session with the browser is the same session. So we're going to redirect to the OAuth endpoint. And if you're using Teams through a browser, then it's probably just going to pass right through. It's going to come back to me. I'm going to get the tokens. I'm going to show you your pay statement, and everyone's going to be happy, and you're not even going to know that anything happened. But what I found is that using it through the FAT client on iOS, Android, or on your desktop, it's more often than not going to kick out, and it's not going to have a pre-existing session with OAuth. So that's going to come back to me. I don't want them to log in. I'm going to get this error message. And so here's what we've done to solve this issue, talking with our security teams and Microsoft's teams. I'm going to run my little auth test demo here. You're getting your pay summary. I'm not sure why the browser keeps going up and down. So this window that's popping up, the first thing it did was it went to login.microsoft.com, and it failed because it doesn't know anything. And it handed the browser back to my bot. Now my bot said, okay, great, I've got an error. I know who should have prompted this error. I'm going to send a one-time unique code to the Teams client, not the browser. I know the client is secure. So I've sent that code to the browser in the background. It's one-time use. I'm asking the user, if you own this client, prove to me that you own the browser by also being able to enter in this code. Once they enter the code, it's short-lived. We'll give them the content they want. Now, I'm not showing an actual pay statement here because I'm having legal team issues with showing pay statements and demos, and they're not happy about that. So get your little hello world. But that's how we're solving this authentication issue, is not two-factor authentication, but let's call it second-factor authentication, where we're going to give the user this unique code and send them through, as long as they can enter it in correctly. Okay? So that handles external content, not only pay statements, but we're also doing pay graphs, and if there are any other forms contents we need to do, we can do it that way. Now this is revisiting our earlier architecture slide, because the next problem we had was with data aggregation, the next challenge that we had to overcome. I love the NPM libraries that Microsoft is providing us, the bot builder-teams libraries, if you guys have interacted with that. It does so much stuff for you. It handles authentication with Microsoft. It handles token transactions with Microsoft. It handles conversations and sessions. But it also expects that it's going to handle the session information, and it takes that away from you, which didn't work for our style. We have all of our data in the back end in raw JSON format, and I need that data in a card JSON format to communicate to teams. Now, I didn't want to take the responsibility of having to build all those cards myself, so I told our back-end teams, you guys need to translate your own JSON into cards. But if they did that, I can't send that JSON in the raw to Microsoft through the normal NPM library. So so what we did was we came up with kind of a hybrid approach to this. On the left-hand side of the code, if you all can see that, I have no idea how big that is over there. On the left-hand side of the code, we've got the standard setup with the bot, right? We're creating the Teams chat connector, we're initializing it with our app ID and password, and we're setting it up as our service starts. We're giving it an event handler, and normally this is where it drops through the sessions, and you would only find out that someone's talking to you because it would say, hey, someone started a conversation, and you would respond to that conversation saying, great, new list card, something, something, something. But I need to hijack that at a little bit higher level. So I'm going to parse through the event list that the event sessions happen, going over here to the right. Line 2 is where I'm starting to parse through that. I'm going to go through each event. I'm going to try to figure out what the user's trying to do myself instead of relying on Teams to do that, either by looking at the text field of the event or looking at the value in case it's a button press that executed that event. And once through there, I'm going to execute my call through the ADP gateway. And then around line 17, I have to start taking the JSON. Here's what the JSON looks like coming from the back end. This is a raw card format of adaptive card coming from one of our back end processes with the pay summary. And it's cool that it's coming forward, but if I just send this directly to Microsoft, they have no idea what to do with it. There's no session information attached to it. So at about line 17, I'm taking this card from my back end, and I'm adding the session information from the event that I'm responding to. The big part here is the address. The address from the event contains your user ID, the person who sent it to you. It contains your bot ID, so Microsoft knows which bot is coming to it and from where. It contains the server that the message needs to go back to get back to the user. I can add that into the card JSON coming from the back end, and I can send that forward calling connector.send. Connector.send on line 24 is where we're going back into the Microsoft ecosystem. I'm going back to the bot library because it's now going to handle all the communication with Microsoft, like I said, including the tokens and the session information. Okay, last thing I want to talk about, moving away from code a little bit into the adaptive cards. This is something new that Microsoft has introduced to Teams sometime during the summer. We started working with this project sometime in July, and our UX designer had some fairly lofty goals for how he wanted the cards to look. And I had to say, no, I'm sorry, we can't do that. Microsoft came back and said, well, look at adaptive cards. They're in beta now. They're going to come soon, and they are out now in production. So we started hitting up with it, and it really gave us a lot of great capabilities on how to design the cards. The containers that you see on the 3 containers give us the ability to logically separate the information. We can add spaces. We can add highlights into those containers. What was really neat, though, was the column sets. Felt a little bit like 2000s HTML, where everyone was using tables, but it served the same purpose. We can use these columns and the column sets to arrange the data in a good way for the user. If you tried to do this label value information without these column sets, they would normally be labels all the way on the left, values all the way on the right, and you don't have control over the width of these containers, so you have no idea how much space is going to be in between them. With the new adaptive card columns, you can even use some empty columns to act as gutters and to space stuff out. I want to switch over real quick to adaptivecards.io, which is a great website Microsoft has set up for you to go ahead and test the JSON for all of your adaptive cards. Within this website, you can paste your JSON, and you can see, as you can see over here, the same slide that we were just examining. If I look up this taxes block, here you can see one of the empty columns that we have set up as a gutter to space it out. Microsoft has set the columns up with widths, which really act like weights. If I had a weight to that column that was on the left, you can see all the data is being pushed over. And the last thing I wanted to show real quick, because I know I'm running out of time, but I thought this was really cool. The graph that we have up here on this page, it's actual real-time graph data. So we're using server-side D3 creation to take all your pay data, put it into a graph, and Microsoft is displaying the SVG XML image data like a champ. They're displaying it on all their fat clients and their thin clients, and I thought that was a really awesome thing for the adaptive cards to be able to do. Quick warning from them, though, when we showed them we were going to do this, their message size is a max of about 44K. So if you don't go all out on those SVG images, try to keep them a little small. If you have any questions, here's some of my contact information. Does anyone have any questions? Yeah, we have enabled SAML, yes. So ADP is set up as an IDP SS SAML provider. So the one thing is that someone on the IT side will have to add what's called a relay state. Yeah, if you did that, yep, you don't have to know your ADP login, it'll sign in. If you're using, I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. We haven't tried that out. Like I said, I know we're doing silent mode. Right. Yeah, I'm not sure how that'll work with the second factor authentication. If it may always dump you into the error state where we give you the code. Yeah. No. To use ADP or to use the bot? No, if you're an ADP customer, the bot is free. Your HR practitioner has to sign into it because we feel strongly that the HR people need to be able to say, hey, you know, this data can flow through the system, right, the consent, but there's no cost to them to do this.
So in order to start using it, there's a step that has to be done by HR.
Yes, yes, to turn it on, yep. Yep, yep. We're not in the store yet. We're coming very soon, hopefully this week. Yep. Anything else? Okay, thank you.